Hey y'all, let me get in the picture here for a second. This is my Kubota BX1860. Having a little bit of overheating issues with it. So I thought I'd show you what's going on and see if I can get anybody on out there that has any advice for me. And I'll show you what I do need to do that I already know. So anyway, this is going to be unedited. I checked the oil and the oil was low. I filled it, I topped it off. It's time for an oil change. I do need to change the oil on in it. Okay, and put a new oil filter on it. I'm really lousy at maintenance. This sucker is like 7 or 8 years old. This tractor's given me no problem whatsoever until this year. And if it's giving me a little trouble, I can't blame Kubota for it. Anyway, the oil was a little bit low, so I topped it off. The first thing I did was the radiator, with it overheating. The first thing I did was I checked, and it was about a pint low. I added about a pint of water and topped it off. And I still ran it today, and it's still overheating. Now, the first time it went up into the red yesterday when I was running it. So today I was watching it a lot closer, today when I was running it. And it got high in the white. Well, twice today I ran it, I checked it once and checked it again. That's where the temperature gauge, when I shut it off now, when I turn the key on. Let's see here, where's the temperature gauge? See, that's how hot it got today, right up to the red. If I turn the key on, I'm sure it will drop on down. Yeah, it's cooled down some drastically. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. But anyway, some of the stuff that I've read, and maybe somebody can tell me more on it, on these little diesels. I did check the fins on in here. The fan is turning. I checked the fins on both sides. You got to remove the battery here, and I checked the fins inside, back in there. But you do have to pull the battery for it to check the fins, make sure that they're clogged up. They were good, wasn't, I don't run this in grass much, so it wasn't clogged up with grass or seeds or nothing like that. Somebody was telling me on the internet, that is, an article that I read, that these diesel motors, and I don't know if it's because it's just the larger ones, the smaller ones, or whatever, but they can get airlocked inside the engine. Is there a way to check and bleed any airlocking that might be happening in the cooling system? If there's somebody that knows something about that part, I think I will be checking that part next, because everything seems to be good. I don't know that it has, I also read that there's cooling ports where air is run through the motor itself. And I haven't been able to find out anything on this little tractor, if there is such a thing, of cooling ports that run through the motor that might be getting plugged up. If anybody can give me any tips on this stuff, I'd sure appreciate it, because I'm kind of at a stymie here. Well, first of all, I do got to go down and get an oil filter and change oil on it, just because it needs it. I never have done any service work, but it's been running great. Love the little tractor, but it's time I do a little bit of service work to it. Anyway, folks, if the girls don't find you handsome like me, they can find you handy like me. And if they don't find you handy like me, well, just pray that they find you. Y'all come back now, you hear? And leave a comment if you know anything about this stuff. Give me some ideas. Bye.